Hi, everyone. Welcome to our next education session entitled Integrating Online and Land-Based Gaming. COVID showed the importance of having products and services available online, and the gaming industry is certainly no different. Most of the successful jurisdictions have embraced online gambling and its complementary, not competitive, effect on existing land-based casinos. Our session presenters today include Kath Burns, Executive Vice President, Customer Experience, Aristocrat Technologies, Inc. Kath is an experienced global senior executive with a passion for delivering exceptional customer experiences. She has a consistent track record of initiating and delivering high growth, performance improvement, and organizational change for gaming and technology companies worldwide. Our other presenter today is Blake Rampmeyer. Blake is a Senior Vice President and CIO at Boyd Gaming. Blake brings with him almost 20 years experience within the hospitality and gaming industries across multiple functional groups, working for organizations such as Marriott International, Hilton Hotels Corporation, Las Vegas Sands, VML, Sands China, industry vendors, multiple integrated resort projects, and involvement in casino, hotel, resort developments and acquisitions. At Boyd Gaming Corporation, he primarily oversees information technology, the project management office, surveillance technology, information security, including government risk and compliance, and the interactive business unit, online gaming, along with other duties as assigned. Thank you for being with us at this year's Gaming Summit, Kath and Blake. The stage is now yours.
Hi, everyone. It's really great to be here at the Canadian Gaming Summit. Thanks for joining our session. My name's Kath Burns. I'm the Executive Vice President for Aristocrat, and joining me today is Blake Rampmeyer. Blake is the CIO and Senior Vice President at Boyd Gaming and one of our innovation partners. And we're excited to talk to you today about what we've been working on over the last couple of years, and particularly what we've focused on throughout the COVID period. And really the focus of our discussion is all about building that bridge from land to online and talking through some of those really, really exciting initiatives that we've had underway. So Blake, I guess opening it up, why don't you share with us a little bit about the Boyd vision over the past few years?
Sure. Well, thanks, Kath, for the invitation. Pleasure to be here today. Around middle of 2017, we realized that we wanted to be part of this digital revolution we saw coming with the more than likely the repeal of PASPA. 9 months later, after looking at several options, we signed 2 strategic partnerships. One with FanDuel, where we actually own 5% of FanDuel. We have FanDuel running our sports books for us outside of the Vegas Valley. They're currently operational in 5 states. 4 of those states allow online sports betting, and they run that for us. But there's also the real money gaming piece, and we are present in New Jersey and in Pennsylvania. In fact, we just recently launched with our Stardust brand, real money gaming, in both those states, and FanDuel runs that for us. The second component is with, of course, your organization, Aristocrat. We signed a strategic partnership right around the same time, end of July, 1st of August of 2018. And that was twofold. One, it allowed us to take multiple casino, slot, and loyalty management systems and bring them all together. We have 28 properties nationwide. And now all 28 of our properties reside on a single system, the Oasis system, where we have the ability to roll out new technology faster, we believe, than our competitors. We're rolling out new types of technology, working with Aristocrat on innovation. And I think we'll talk more in depth about some of those things here today. But those 2 strategic partnerships allow us to really bridge the brick and mortar and the online. And the Aristocrat piece is instrumental. It's not just the brick and mortar piece. And again, I think we'll get into some of that later here today. But it is definitely the foundation, and there are other things that we are working with Aristocrat on with innovation to help bridge that gap between the brick and mortar and the online to allow that seamless experience for our customer. We're enhancing that customer experience so that they can utilize both online and brick and mortar and feel as if they're treated the same, they've got the same tier level with the loyalty system, they have the same points and the tier credits, and they have that same experience no matter where they conduct business with us.
And what does, and Blake, something like Stardust, which for those in the room is a social casino app about attracting and retaining, what does that bring to Boyd, the ability to do that in the current world that we're living in?
Yeah, look, it's a great question. I should have actually started with that. Stardust Social Casino was launched in July of last year. And so that was launched in anticipation of the real money gaming launches that we had earlier this year in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. But Stardust Social Casino is available in every state in the United States, with the exception of Washington State. And more than likely, we're probably on the cusp of going live in Canada, so we're looking forward to that. And if you've ever played Stardust Social Casino, you know that it's all Aristocrat content. And we now have the ability for our customers to play some of their most favorite games on the floor. I think we all know that Aristocrat games are some of the top performers on the floor. And now our customers can play those games within their properties. They can go home at night and they can continue to play those games. And if they purchase virtual coins, they're able to earn tier credits and Be Connected points. Be Connected is our loyalty program. So no matter where they are, they're able to still interact with us, earn points, earn tier credits, and enjoy the games they know and love online. So it grows our online presence. It grows the ability for us to interact with our customers and for our customers to continue to play with us even if they're not inside one of our properties.
And Blake, have you seen a significant take-up of your Be Connected Players Club with Stardust?
Yeah, I would say we've seen quite a bit. It's been very successful for us. We're continuing to expand the social casino program. We want more and more individuals to be able to have that experience. Again, it gives them something to stay engaged with us even when they're off of our properties.
Got it. So Blake, as we're talking through, and obviously the singular platform with our Oasis product gives you that singular platform deployed everywhere, which then also helps us focus on your guest experience, which is a really, really important paradigm to Aristocrat. Everything that we're doing, we want to be aligned with our customers and really understand what we need to deliver for their guest. So you'll hear us talk a lot about the guest experience. And as we go and talk about now this next segment of products, part of what Blake just touched on earlier was once the deployment of the singular platform CMS was done across the country, then it really became about the additional innovation products. And those innovation products are very much focused really around mobilizing particularly that guest experience, which was a real focus last year and quite timely with some of the challenges that we were dealing with COVID and not being able to come into properties. So let's just talk a little bit about that innovation and things like all things mobile, whether it be loyalty, whether it be wallet, all of those type of things. And then obviously Stardust as that first bridge for us into that online world. How important has the whole mobile guest experience been to Boyd?
Well, it's critical for us, digitizing the customer experience. We see other industries doing this. We see that other industries have been doing it for quite some time, and the gaming industry in that aspect, I think, has been a bit behind. And so it's important to us to give our customers those options. We're not trying to force our customers into these solutions. We're trying to provide these solutions so our customers can make their own decision and have their own options on how they want to play when they're interacting with us. So the first thing that we focused on with Aristocrat and the Innovation Group was launching Digital Wallet. And a few months back, we launched what we call Boyd Pay. And we are live, I believe, at 5 properties now. We expect to go live with another 2 throughout the month of June. And our target is by the end of the year to be live at all of our properties with Boyd Pay. And what Boyd Pay allows the customer to do is, again, to have a digital wallet, to fund that wallet as they see fit, and as regulations allow from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, they can fund that wallet multiple means: checking account, savings account, credit card, debit card, PayPal. There's multiple ways of funding that account. They're able to go into the casino of their choice. We have slots launched today. We should be launching a pilot of tables around the end of Q2, first of Q3. Same thing with food and beverage and other non-gaming amenities. and they're able to bring that money down to the gaming machine, gamble on the slot machine, and then whatever money they have left, they can go ahead and move that back up to their wallet, and then they can go to any other outlet on property and spend those funds. In the future, in the near future, they're going to need to be able to go from property to property and move that money seamlessly. So what it allows the customer to do is to have sort of their own account from a digital perspective. They're able to spend that money within our ecosystem. In the future, we're going to be turning that on for our digital platforms as well, and again, adding to that customer experience.
And how fundamental, Blake, do you really think digital wallet is? And where the question's coming from, it is new for particularly land-based gaming in North America. And where do you see digital wallet as an important part of the suite of features in a mobile experience? How do you see that playing out over the next few years?
Well, really, we've got our own opinions, but they really match a lot of what we're hearing from our customers. Our customers love the idea that they don't really have to come in with a lot of cash. They like the idea of being able to make these transactions from a digital standpoint. They reference it to things that they're using in their world today already. If anyone out there that's a Starbucks user knows about loading up the Starbucks wallet, and there's several other examples out there, and so they really enjoy it. That product also allows self-limits, and we've heard that that's a positive from a lot of customers because they can impose self-limits and say, look, I only want to bring down 500 for the day or whatever the case is. They have the ability to move that money back into their account if they so choose. But this is also a foundation component, it's a jumping off platform, because we have other things coming that tie into this. And all of this really is around our loyalty app. And the loyalty app was designed and created in conjunction with Aristocrat. And so we don't have to worry about all these different third-party components as we roll out all this new technology. All this new technology is Aristocrat technology. I don't have to worry about integrating all of these other third parties to make these things happen. So another solution that we just received our field trial letter for, we'll be calling Boyd Connect. And that allows the customer to use their smartphone to connect to a slot machine, and in the future, table games and kiosk and the rest of the things, to where they're not going to need to bring a physical loyalty card into the property anymore. They can simply connect from a digital perspective to all the different touch points that we have within the property. We've got other things that we're looking to deploy fairly soon. Unattended jackpot. I don't know that we've really come up with a sexy name for that yet, but again, it's going through field trial, and it should be coming out here pretty soon. But imagine, especially in your high roller area where people hit jackpots, and we know how time consuming that can be from a paperwork standpoint. And now with the push of a couple of buttons, they're off and running within a couple minutes after hitting a jackpot. We've got things that are behind the scenes that the customers don't really see. A more mature slot dispatch solution so that we understand when people need our assistance at a slot machine, or even if we so choose to throw it to other solutions as well. But they're able to dispatch attendance faster. We're able to look at drinks. I think we're calling it Boyd drink on tap. I need to go back and double check that. But basically, it's a solution where it doesn't just have to be drinks. It could be drinks, it could be food and beverage, it could be spa service, whatever the case is for people that are on the floor, or I should say massage service. And we can dispatch a person appropriately. And depending on, again, the regulations within the state, we can either provide drinks or food if we so choose, or we can sell the drinks and food through those systems. And a list of other things I'm sure I haven't even gotten into yet. I mean, Boyd Pay, again, like I said, will be expanding into table games. So imagine what you could do with that solution once we turn that on for table games. People no longer have to worry about bringing cash to the tables, or even getting chips back for that case. They can just simply move their balance back up into the Boyd Pay wallet.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and really the canvas is as big as we want it to be in regard of feature sets, because as we sit here and just touching a little bit on wallet particularly, and of the obvious benefits of a frictionless, simple, easy experience with cash, and one of our pillars as well has also been cleanliness, because behaviour has changed, particularly since COVID. People don't want to handle cash. And I was actually in Australia for 4 months, from October to the beginning of February this past year. and I didn't handle $1 of cash. I use my digital wallet for everything. So I think what we're seeing is in everybody's regular lives, we're starting to get very comfortable using wallet. So having it as an option for our customers and our guests is absolutely critical. Also, the touching on the responsible gaming piece. We were just lucky enough to get endorsed by the government in New South Wales in Australia to do a field trial for Wallet in Australia. So we'll be the first company to actually launch that Wallet project with the government in Australia to test that concept out. So we're starting to see lots of movement in the wallet space globally, and markets, European markets, Asian markets have really led us for the last few years of pivoting over into that digital wallet space. So as we're adding to it, our goal is to continue to keep connected with our customer, really make sure that what we're putting into the mobile experience is making it as easy and seamless and protecting our customer as much as we can on the responsible angle wherever we can. And that canvas now, I think, once we get past the gaming attributes, it's how do we expand that wallet to add additional resort functionality or additional online functionality as you add new online real money verticals, or as you're adding anything to do with food and beverage or room keys or anything like that. We want that wallet and we want that mobile experience to be that core hub, along with loyalty, along with bonusing, everything. So it becomes an indispensable part of the Boyd customer and every customer's journey to keep connected with the experience of the venue and also the experience of the brand, which I think is the other really interesting point that we're seeing with brand emergence. But just talking a little bit about the future bit on the mobile side of it. So as we're walking through and we've got wallets, so we've got the funds part, we've got the connection to the game and now to the table, then, and as we're walking through loyalty and delivering loyalty, what do you think comes next from a function point of view? Is it room keys, or is it something else that should be coming?
Sure. Yeah. On our roadmap, or capability roadmap that we update a couple times a year, we do have digital key coming fairly soon. And again, I think I touched on this earlier. We believe the loyalty app is really the main touch point for our customers. It is sort of the central command for customers to be able to interact with us, for us to be able to interact with our customers. They should be able to go to that loyalty app, the Be Connected loyalty app, and conduct whatever type of business they want to conduct. Again, not having to use a third party for these things, going just direct with Aristocrat. So when we integrate our room keys for digital room keys, we'll be launching with that later this year at a couple of different properties. We'll be embedding some of our food and beverage ordering solution into the loyalty app. Of course, we have the standards today with reservations, booking a room, and viewing your information if you're a loyalty member. Digital wallet, of course, as we've discussed, is embedded into the app. There's a number of things that we're looking at adding into that loyalty app to be sort of the centralized area of the customer experience. They are already able to jump off from that app into Stardust Social Casino, into our sportsbooks apps where it's allowed online, into Real Money Gaming Casino for Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So if they're in those states, there's certain icons that populate within that loyalty app, and they're able to jump right into those applications as desired.
That's fantastic, Blake. I think now's a good time to show everybody exactly a little bit, one piece of function on Boyd Pay, which is the wallet app. Just show you a little bit of a video to show everybody what it does. So just bear with me while I bring this up and we do the video. So everybody, thank you for watching the video. I think the video really sums up what we're doing with our partnership with Boyd. Certainly shows our focus on one guest, one experience, and making sure that that experience is as easy, frictionless, as simple as possible. We'd like to thank our innovation partner in Boyd and Blake. It's been a fantastic journey while we're changing the industry and bringing these new innovations and technologies and using them. And we'd like to thank them today and thank all of you for your time. So thank you.
Well done. That was a great session, everybody. Appreciate, Blake, you and Kath, your perspective on things. This is a very quick moving piece of the marketplace, obviously the whole cashless element. So just a couple of quick questions for you guys. I guess let's start with, when did the employee and the customer experience become a major initiative for your companies?
Blake, do you want to take that one first?
Sure. Look, the customer experience is, I would argue, has probably been the key for us, but digitizing that customer experience is really something that came on our radar about 3 or 4 years ago, which is one of the reasons, like we said earlier, that we created the strategic partnership with Aristocrat. We knew we had to improve our customer experience and digitize that customer experience and get to a single solution and go with a provider that was innovative and made customer experience or digitizing customer experience a priority. And that's what we found in the partnership with Aristocrat. From a team member's perspective, we're probably a little further behind than we'd like to be. It is a focus of ours really this year and next year. And it's really come about because of all the things we've done to digitize the customer experience. That, of course, falls in line with the team member experience as well. So we're looking at how we can bring together, very similar to how we did on the customer experience side with the Be Connected loyalty app, where it's a single app, single jumping off point, single management point for our customers. We're looking to do the same thing on the team member side as well, so they don't have 5, 6, 10 different apps that they have to access. They have one team member app that they can go to and launch all the different products and apps that they use in their day in, day out jobs to assist them better. So first was the customer experience, second team member, and that's a team member is a big focus for us this year, next year.
Okay, got it. Kath, did you want to add something there?
Yeah, sure. For us, Chuck, it was really about the kickoff with that partnership with Boyd several years ago. That's when we really started to look at customer experience, employee experience in detail, and really understanding how valuable that would be. So for us, we've been working on it now for several years, and at a company level, it's really putting the customer, and in this side of our business is a B2B business, so our customer is Boyd, but we take it one step further as well. We're looking at their guest and bringing that into everything that we do, whether it's customer support, whether it's sales, whether it's actual applications, innovation, development, it's everything. So starting with the guest, moving all the way back and adding those paradigms. And I think, we're following best practices that we're seeing around the world, and not necessarily in gaming, most of the time outside of gaming. If you're thinking Amazon or Apple or Nike or some of these companies that have been very successful, and trying to bring them into the land-based side particularly, and then leverage that into the online environment as well.
Got it. Okay. And so what's happening in the gaming world that makes Digital Wallet and iGaming Wallet product more significant?
I think what Blake... Sorry, Blake.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think what Blake touched on in the presentation, really it's about the customer and the change. A couple of fundamentals around the handling of cash. People aren't so happy with handling cash anymore. That seems to be a global trend that we're witnessing. And then the ease of use, right? Just having something in your hand, and everybody's phone has really become their core central point for their lives. They've got their banking apps, their coffee apps, their entertainment apps, and we really see Wallet as the piece that allows them to engage in all of those pursuits easily. So I think it comes down to simple, easy, frictionless fun, and then you add the other concerns that we've seen through COVID really have allowed that to become much more of a prolific product, and it's certainly well on its way.
Got it. Okay. Blake, did you have a comment on that question as well?
No, the only thing I would add is, we are seeing this in other industries, right? Several other companies in other industries are already using something similar to this. And so again, it's ensuring that our customers have that same type of digital experience when they come into our industry.
Got it. Exactly. Blake, we're joined by a lot of folks from the Canadian gaming industry, obviously, and they're looking at a lot of the stuff that you've already spent a lot of time putting together and have incorporated in your facilities and your company. Is there any suggestive advice that you would pass over to the operators, some lessons learned, some helpful hints and tips as they're moving to this cashless world, please?
Look, I would say, nothing earth-shattering anytime you have a new product like this that comes to market. I mean, really working hand in hand with the regulators and ensuring that you're answering all their questions and concerns and sort of trying to get ahead of that. Picking the right partner. I think we all know as technologists, if you have multiple products and you're trying to integrate all those products, can cause a lot of headaches. Going with the right partner that basically provides everything that you need and you only have to deal with one vendor is the better way to go, in my opinion. And education and marketing to the customers as you begin to roll these products out. It shouldn't take a lot of education because, like I said, they're already using this in a lot of different industries, but letting them know that you now finally have these things available and explaining to them how all these different things come together to make their experience more enjoyable.
Okay, good stuff. Kath, let's end with you, if you don't mind, with a final question. Just walk us through some of the things that you guys are working on in Canada. Again, similar to the question I asked of Blake, addressing the operators, things you're doing with them, and sort of your plans for Canada, if you don't mind.
Sure. So currently in Canada, we're not doing business in Canada on my customer experience solutions side. We have a games presence at the moment, and we're looking to enter the Canadian market. But before we do that, what's really important for us is, as you're building lots of these innovation products, particularly, and you're trying to transform your business and align the paradigms, we very much are taking a laser focus with our partners like Boyd to really test out and make sure that everything that we're doing, whether it's around a mobile experience and the guest, or as Blake touched on, also the employee experience, which is really about service recovery for a casino employee. So we're making it easy for them to take care of the guest. So our focus has been very much to focus on getting our innovation right, stabilized, mature, and then come into new markets and new customers. Because with technology, it's important to really iron out any concerns as you go, be thoughtful. So we'll be planning through that and looking forward to entering the Canadian market in the near future.
Good stuff. That's great. Well, Blake and Kath, thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate your time and insights. That was a great session. We will conclude our session today and move on to the next event. Our thanks again. All the best.
Thanks, Chuck. Thank you, Blake.